who needed to grow up, someone who couldn't get it together, never thinking I'd ever make it as a writer. They didn't understand and didn't want to understand for the fear of them facing the fact that they'd given up following their own dreams. They looked at me as a queer sort of fellow with a gloomy soul and an empty bank account, instead of a young man giving it everything he's got in order to pursue the art of his calling. This was called The Fisherman. I mean, I could be done if you guys want. You know?
No.
Come on, David.
But don't read the whole
I
book.
need the reinforcement.
Okay.
Please. Please.
Please share your angst.
Okay. This is called The Fisherman.
Whoa.
I was stuck in traffic on the 405 North heading toward Long Beach. Exhaust pipes, coughing, and people honking in the pouring rain of an afternoon. Just by looking at their expressions, I could tell something was wrong. They looked panicked, as if the freeway was a ship in a storm, water gushing through a hole in its hull. Everyone knew it was sinking, and they were doing everything they could to keep the water from taking her under into the depths of total madness. Feeling all this myself, I wasn't sure I'd be able to sit in my car for much longer without wanting to cut my fingers off. Then, just when I thought my nerves couldn't take any more, through the rain, I saw a billboard which towered over the freeway, advertising a fishing boat company. I laughed, picturing myself sitting atop the roof of my trooper, wearing a rain hat in the pelting rain, fishing rod cast into the traffic jam. Drivers honked in fury and stared with scowls, unable to understand why I didn't care that the Western world was sinking into the sea. I went to a reading once when I was in college and they all snapped. That was really creepy. That was really freaky. All right. This one's called, what the fuck?
This one is called What the Fuck?
Yeah, that's wrong. Let's try this one.
I've got a poem that's named What the Fuck.
Yeah.
But
Your whole life is what the fuck.
exactly. I wake up in the morning and go like, what the
Fuck. Most people say good morning. You go, what the fuck?
Where's my hat?
I'm serious.
Where's my wine? Alright, this was called Dog Chasing His Own Tail. Very short. Dog chasing his own tail. We are as old as creation. Our genes, our DNA, our nerves, all this was created from the oldest bang in the book. We are a creation with eyes and a nose and a brain capable of galactic thought. But the fact that human beings actually try to find what created creation is as silly as creation trying to find itself. That's like a dog chasing his own tail, or the fact that dog spelled backwards is God and God spelled backwards is dog, and it never seems to make any fucking sense.
So you're just gonna go on and on and on?
It never stops.
Okay, well, we're still sitting here, so
Well, I could pull out
until
my
you drive us
revolver right
out.
here and just get it all over.
Once he takes those energizers, that's it, baby.
All right, this was called Brain in a Jar.
All right.
You guys are awesome, by the way, for showing up to this thing.
You're awesome, David.
I don't know how the hell you guys found out.
You're awesome, David. You're
All
awesome.
in the back,
You're great.
man. I love you, brother.
Okay, too, man.
This is called Brain in a Jar. This is your brain speaking. I'm contacting you from a dream. The aliens have abducted your body and are now, at this moment, experimenting with your innards. While you're here under the microscope, a clone who is impersonating your character is slowly taking over your life. The clone doesn't question authority. It is continually censoring itself. Be careful. If you don't wake up soon, it will smother everything you've ever known. It will make you disappear. It will turn you into one of them. What are you going to do about it as they close the lid on the jar?
Ouch.
Alright, this one's kind of goofy. I mean, I wrote these books 10 years ago, by the way, so a lot of them are stupid.
Well, you're kind of goofy. So,
Like this one is pretty stupid. But I know I like it because it's, it's stupid humor. And anyway, this is called 25 Ways I'd Like to See a Newsman Die on the Air. Number 1, his head just explodes. 2, his skull splits open as vines and prickly things come sprouting out like vicious snakes. 3, a spear plunges through his neck. 4, his body melts and so does his suit as a fly buzzes above his liquid self. 5, big brown smelly shit plops over him. 6, he chokes on a donut seconds before the broadcast. 7, he suddenly freaks, rips his eyes out of his sockets, and bleeds all over the counter. 8, an elephant sits on him. 9, the entire news crew attack him and eat him alive. 10, his mother steps into the studio, tells the world he wears her underwear, then pulls out a pair of her panties from her purse and suffocates him to death. 11, a serial killer on the run bumps into him, slits his throat, and jacks off right there at the counter.
Oh, jeez.
12, the earth splits in half where he's sitting, and that's the end of it. 13, a tidal wave crashes into the room and carries him away. 14, a Jesus, motherfucker.
T-Rex.
A T-Rex peers in from the jungle, roars, then chomps him up into his monstrous mouth. 15, his eyes turn red, horns come out of his head as he rips his heart out of his chest and takes a bite. 16, someone shoots him with a machine gun. 17, a truck plows into him going 400 miles an hour. 18, a gang of bull dykes rape him till his head falls off. 19, a herd of buffalo trample him. 20, a horde of meat-eating insects devour him to the bone. 21, the fattest, most vile-looking human on the planet farts in his face. 22, King Kong grabs him, charges through the back wall of the studio, then stomps away toward the hills. 23, he just turns to stone. 24, a dart accidentally flies into his forehead as someone shouts, "Sorry." 25, the world blows up, and that's the last you see of Mr. Newsman and his smiley teeth as the television screen goes blip.
well, quietly, don't interrupt the artist.
Please.
Only,
You want an award for that one?
yeah.
Yeah, somebody said it was a masterpiece.
So are you gonna freak out if we give a standing ovation?
Oh,
like,
please. You know what? We were talking about a beheading tonight,
oh,
right?
yeah, I know. You're creeping me out,
Yeah.
but I still love you.
Um,
Beheadings.